What is going on, everyone? This is EK1 Gaming here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at my personal opinion of the PTS Phase 2 and if it has improved or what's improved about it and what's not so good about what they've said in regards to the changes. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button and the little notification bell to be notified every time we upload content. If you leave me a comment in the comment section below telling me what your thoughts are on Phase 2 of the PTS, I will be sure to answer every single one of your comments back. So with that out the way, let's get straight into the video. What do we think has improved on Phase 2 of the PTS for TU11? Now, I think the main thing for me is, and it was the main thing when I started looking at the Phase 2 tests, and it was basically loot. Is the loot any better? Now, we did the skyscraper or summit from level 91 to 100, partly for the factors there was no way I was going to do all the way through again because it was boring. So we looked at the loot and decided to test the loot on different floors, but only the legendary floors. So this is the kind of thing that I would generally advise farming, like the last 10 floors or even the last 20 floors, if you're looking for certain pieces of gear that's within that target loot. So we looked at it today and we tested it all out, and I have to say, if I'm being honest, the loot looks like it's improved quite a bit. Now, there are still some, questionable rainbow rolls. However, a majority of the loot that we dropped was of a high standard. Now, was it just a high standard because it's legendary and legendary drops high standard loot all the time? Or was it the fact that they've done something and changed the fact that the main stat now drops more likely the second stat as well, so they're both the same, which is what they originally said on State of the Game and then went back on, but it looks like they've upped the chances of that now, because I reckon about 80 to 85% of the pieces of gear that I actually got were matching stats. So that's a good start. I have to say it's a really good start, but is it just legendary? We tried it on heroic. I did some heroic missions again, and guess what? I had the same issue with the target loot, where if you didn't see what my issue with the target loot was before, I put it in a previous video, is where I went through a whole mission and didn't get any of the target loot at all. Not one single piece. Now, this has happened to me again on the Phase 2 twice. And, two separate missions, two different target loots, not one piece of that actual gear set or brand set. So there is still work to be done when it comes to loot. Although I am saying it's better, it could be even better. They're getting on the right track, in my opinion, when it comes to controlling rainbow loot and quality of loot only in Summit, or a legendary mission, which I'm getting good loot from as well. So in heroic, I still think there is work to do. I don't think it's completely up to scratch yet, but I'm glad that they're actually listening and starting to act upon the actual feedback that we're giving in regards to the loot quality. So now let's talk about Summit and what improvements they have made or said they have made in this game mode. Of course, Summit's the new game mode, the 22nd of September. It's going to be coming to us all. We're all excited to get onto it in the real game. Well, maybe some of us are excited more than others. If you played it in the PTS, you'll probably already be sick of the sight of it. However, they did do some improvements, and to bring in replayability, they said they've added some new mechanics to it. Should we call them mechanics? So different variants of levels. Okay, so one of them is some drones that keep flying out, which basically you just pulse and they die, and then you get through that mission, which is literally seconds. Another one is survive the ambush, which is basically exactly the same as just clear the room. So I don't know what that was about. And there was a couple more as well, and honestly we went through, like I say, from 91 to 100, and I only seen, I think, 2 of the new ones out of, I believe there's like 5. So the drop rate of the new actual objectives, or whatever you want to call them, is very low, and it's not really enough to keep me occupied, especially when one of them you can do within about 10 seconds. It's not fun for me just to hit it in 10 seconds and get to the next stage. They could have thought something more, use our imagination a bit more. with these, and I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed still with the general feel of Summit. It's not replayable. It is not replayable. The only way people will replay it is, like I say in a previous video, if people can either choose the target loot, and they'll probably only replay the last 10 levels, which I said earlier, or you know, they make something exciting within the skyscraper, like a special event within the skyscraper that you can get exclusive gear only by doing this. That's the only way people are going to keep on playing this game mode. Because if you're like me, you've completed level 100, well, got to level 100 twice now during PTS phases, completed it once because obviously there was a bug preventing others from completing it the first time, but basically completed it once out of all of it, and I'm dreading actually having to do it on my own character or on my own account, which is a shame really, because I've kind of spoilt it for myself in a way. There is a lot of issues still going on within Summit, and I'm going to name some of those now. One of the things is the grenade spam by on the legendary levels. Basically they just spam grenades at you constantly, you can't get away from them, and you die and wipe, which is not fun. You know, we had it last night on live stream where one of them just spammed 3 grenades within about a second and we were dead. Like, that's it, game over. You go back down to level 91 or 94 or whatever level it takes you back to. Now another one is the aggressiveness of these NPCs. Now you've got to remember, you're in a close quarter environment, so you don't really have many places to run to get out of the sight of fire or line of fire. So having them so aggressive actually ruins the experience by just making you stand still and think, well, I can't go anywhere here, I might as well just die now. You can't go in all guns blazing because of course you have objectives to do, etc. And that leads me to my next thing with the objectives, where you have to stand in circles, etc. to get the objective. You can basically just clear the NPCs first and then stand in the objective. So there's no kind of rush when you're doing it, but if you do try and rush it, the likelihood is you're probably going to die, get rushed or grenaded, etc. Now the last thing I want to talk about in this video is something that I put a tweet out today about, and this is about the level 100. So this, guys, will spoil level 100 for you. So if you are watching the video still and you don't want to know what happens at level 100, please do not watch the rest of this video. I do not want to spoil your experience of the summit, and this is your pre-warning. I'm going to start showing you footage now of level 100. So previously we were told that they had fixed level 100 bug, where basically you got to the hunters. As you can see now, you've activated all the hunters. You get to these, and they used to basically just wipe you instantly or shoot you through walls, etc. Now the first time we did this, I actually got shot through a wall and killed again. So they haven't completely fixed that side of the hunters. And then something really odd happened, which has happened on levels before. However, I've never seen it happen on the final hunter stage. It's where we killed 3 of the 4 hunters, and then we basically couldn't find the 4th hunter, and it appears that he was underneath the map. He was underneath the floor. Now, we ran around for a while trying to kill him or trying to find a way to shoot him, and honestly we couldn't find a way. In the end, we were quite lucky. After a few minutes of just being patient, we kind of got to a stairwell which we couldn't go down, but we was trying to draw him out to that stairwell underneath the map, and he could pop out, and basically we had to foam him multiple times to kill him. Well, I'm going to let you watch that footage now. This is going to be reported to the devs because I don't want this to ruin other people's experiences, and if you can't drag him out to that floor, then, you know, you're going to be stuck and you're going to have to do the whole bit again. And level 99 and 100, you know, is not the best. It's not, well, level 100 overall is not the best because you have to wipe off a lot of lots of waves of NPCs before you even get to the hunter door to open for the hunters. Now I'm going to show you the rest of the footage. Like I say, I won't show you it all, but I'll show you the bit where it gets stuck under the ground, just so I don't spoil what you get for completing level 100. But if you do want to know, just ask me in the comment section below and I will let you know. Thank you so much for watching the video, everyone. Do not forget, hit the like button, subscribe button and little notification bell. Leave me a comment below and I will answer every single one. Let's go.
System reactivated. System restored. System malfunctioning. System back online. System curtailed.